Well, here he is, Mr. Larry Fishman Finch, and we're going to go over everything you need to know about Pompano. And he's going to give his secrets and advice, and hopefully that'll help you catch a few. So,
Well, secrets to Pompano fishing is you have to follow the migration. These fish migrate from the Carolinas in the fall of the year and wind up in West Palm Beach or Miami. I don't go all the way to Miami. I do fish in West Palm Beach because you go across Jupiter Inlet, you can fish till 9 o'clock, and you got to get off the water. It becomes a swimming beach. You can't fish past when the lifeguards get there. These are things that I've learned through the years. And so today what we're doing here with Spencer, we're going to talk about what I've learned through the years, and I'm going to share it with him. He's going to share it with you. I fished with his dad before Spencer was even thought about.
Yep.
You know, I'm old, and on Jacks Beach Pier, the old pier, I learned from all the old timers fishing there about flounder fishing and all, but I'm a sort of self-taught pompano fisherman. But anyway, we're all born not knowing, so we got to learn.
That's right.
So you can learn right or you can learn wrong. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you what I use, my choice baits. Clean water is my top priority. Water temp for pompano, that's real important. They're not in Jacksonville now. They're not in Daytona. They're on the south side of the inlet from New Smyrna south, Titusville. So if you want to catch these fish, you got to be willing to drive.
Yeah.
So if you're not willing to drive,
come to his store and buy them.
You can come here to the shop and buy them. As a matter of fact, yesterday I had to put more than just a plaid shirt on. This is my signature plaid shirt. Everybody knows that's me on the beach. But anyway, yesterday I got up 4:30, got my coffee, made an hour and a half drive south. Okay, you can spend an hour going to Ponte Vedra, but you're not going to catch pompano. So
That's right.
Go ahead, put that hour and a half in driving time, and go to where the fish are. This is what you want to do. They're not going to come to you until later in March. The end of March, they'll be in St. Augustine, Volano Beach, or whatever.
That's right.
This is a tool I work with, and
Pretty real.
I use pin torques. That way, if I need, you don't always have to throw 100 yards. You can fish 50, 60 yards. But if I need to throw 100 yards, I've got the tool to do it with. And it's a bite detection on these. It's fantastic. People on the beach, they love watching that rod lay over.
What size rod is that?
This is a 13.6,
Okay.
custom built for me. I buy the blanks at the Mud Hole over in Sanford, Orlando.
Okay.
Oneida or something like that little town over there. I buy the blanks, take them to my man down in Melbourne. He wraps them for me. I use lots of guides.
Yes.
I tie all my own pompano rigs. I use only 15-pound test line. Pompano are sight feeders and scent. They have nostrils. They go by scent, but they're mostly sight.
Yeah.
So little yellow cork, little gold bead, just whichever that gets the most bites, that's what I put on.
That's right.
I carry a bead box with me. This is an old Ronnie Waterman
Oh man.
muddy water bead. But anyway, I carry a variety of beads in case they're hitting a blue or whatever.
Yeah.
You see the donuts on the beach, the little clams? I know I got one that's alive in there. And so I try to match up whatever's the color of the donuts. When I'm looking for a place to fish, Spencer, this is what I look for. That little clam there.
I love them.
I know.
Yeah.
When you cut a pompano or a white and open,
Full of them.
he's full of them where he's been eating them. And so when the clams are there, I use fresh clam. This is my bait. This is what I use for bait. I got small live crabs or no dead crabs. I got clam.
Oh yeah.
I got live sand flea.
Look how pretty those guys.
And I've got shrimp. Okay, these are the choices. You catch small croakers, spots, and all when you're using shrimp. These fresh river shrimp. You catch a lot of smaller fish. So I'm going to take you from my number one bait, which is a live sand flea.
My favorite bait.
That's my favorite bait. Sheep, everything eats these sand
And
fleas.
fish too.
My second choice is clam. That's
Yep.
my second choice. Live crab, my third choice. Okay?
Yep.
Okay. Then shrimp, fourth. But when I'm using shrimp, I'm expecting to catch spots, croakers, small fish.
Yeah.
Sand fleas sort of weeds out a lot of those.
It sure does.
Yep, and I prefer using a live sand flea, not frozen. Look here, at Atlantic Seafood here.
Yeah.
Okay, I carry live sand fleas. Why go buy frozen that won't stay on the hook and all?
And they break.
Yeah, but see those eggs? That's Pompano candy. Oh, and I put that hook through that. We'll show you about hooking them up. Okay, I put this hook through here. I pin those eggs to his body. Okay, now I've not hurt him, but I've made that hook weedless. See, you can. He has to crush it. When he crushes it, he'll get the barb of that
He wants
hook.
those eggs, so he's gonna have to eat it.
He's gonna have to get to that hook to get to the eggs.
Yep.
I use signature cup of coffee. Yep. I use Sputnik sinkers. It can be slick, calm. I don't care. I got my timing down with the weights that I use. So I use a 4-ounce sinker.
Okay.
Okay. So now I'm set to
Now
go.
you're ready.
I got the flea, double dropper. I've got a jig board where I make these double droppers myself. But anyway, now we got the baits. The baits set up. Okay, got the baits set up, and the rod set up. I put my sand spike in.
Are you using circle? Are you using circle hooks?
I use little 1/0 circle hook.
Okay.
Right now, this time of year, the Pompano are sort of small.
Right.
And when they get up 4 and 5 pound, I'll go to a 2.
Okay.
A 2/0 circle. But see that?
They're not getting in with the Sputnik. That helps to set the hook too, doesn't it? When they pull on that Sputnik.
Right.
Look at that.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
This is like yesterday's catch that we wanted to see here. But see with these how that fits in that Pompano's mouth? It'll fit right in there.
Yes,
Okay.
it does.
Yeah. He'll take it. And I only lost 1 Pompano yesterday fishing.
Yeah.
And that's very unusual because
They usually have a pretty tough mouth.
they do have a tough mouth. I keep my sand fleas alive here. You can see.
Look at all.
They're coming back now. Had on that cold, cool ice.
You got to keep them cool, or
You
else
got to keep them cool.
they die fast.
Right. Okay, we got the bait, scene 2. We got the rig, scene 2.
Yep.
Now, catching the bait. This is my design on the sand flea rake.
Okay.
I don't get down and dig these sand
Right.
fleas, you know.
Okay.
I don't, like most people that dig them, have to get them. I wait till I see a bed of sand fleas. I let the wave come over the top of them, put the net down, step in the bed, wiggle my feet.
Makes
Murphy
them
calls
move,
it
yeah.
The sand flea shuffle.
Yep.
I do that, and
It fills it up, don't it?
it fills it up, and the sand goes right through it. Took the work out of it. For an old man like me, I didn't need to be out there working
And
so hard
especially
for
up
'em.
towards Jacksonville, the hard sand makes it
Yeah.
a lot
Makes
tougher on digging.
All right, was today's Friday.
Yeah.
Thursday. Is this today the 1st of March?
No, Sunday.
Oh, okay. Well,
Cooler full of pompano.
and whiting
And
now.
whiting.
Oh yeah. Not another fisherman on the beach yesterday. I got up, like I said, at 4:30. Made that hour and a half dry. Cold. I had a lot more than this shirt on. I had my long underwear and all. But from the first cast, I was catching whiting
You got it?
and pompano. But anyway, these are the last fish I caught.
Yeah.
But this is all the way down, whiting and pompano, all the way to the bottom of the cooler. I mean, no real monster whiting.
Yeah.
But you know, they
They
decent.
still taste good.
Oh, you got that right. That's my
One of the
favorite.
best eating.
It's my favorite of everything, and I get a choice. But anyway, this is Thursday's catch, February what?
It was 27th, right? Yeah, yesterday was 27th.
Yeah, 27th February. By the end of March, we'll be doing this right here at Atlantic Beach, Ponte Vedra Beach.
And you like that much better, don't you? Not having to
Oh,
drive
I
an
don't,
hour.
have, I don't have to get up and make that hour and a half drive. I mean, I don't want to have to make that drive.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know, it's a lot easier.
You go
for
where
me.
the fish are, though.
You go where the fish
Yeah.
are. You can't make them be there.
Right.
You can't make them. Just keep that in mind. You cannot make the pompano be here when it's not time.
Right. So,
You don't see people king mackerel fishing on the beach.
They're the
They're
same
not
way,
out there
right.
cobia fishing on the beach. So why would they be pompano
Yeah.
fishing? They're not here. They're
Yep.
doing their spring migration though. They're on the way. So let's if you want to do this, I got the fish, the bait
Yeah.
here at the shop. These are all the things I sell. Clam, crab, fresh shrimp, and sand fleas.
Everything.
You know, I got it all. And I carry a variety. I take each one of these with me,
Yeah.
except shrimp.
Okay.
I don't take the shrimp because I know I'm gonna catch small fish.
Yeah.
So if you wanna go get it, now Spencer's gonna ask me a few questions about what I look for and all on the beach. I
Yep.
want a break in the bar. When
Okay.
I make my cast, I hope it's only 50, 60 yards out. But sometimes it's a little bit further.
Yeah.
As the tide goes out, these fish become more spooky on low water. So they're going to move to the outside bar.
Yeah.
So
In
I
deeper
can't-
water.
To the
Okay.
deeper water to get out of the dodging the ospreys. I had an osprey come down yesterday and take one of my pompanos.
I've had that happen.
Yeah. And
It'll scare you if you don't know what's coming.
if you don't know what's coming, they will do that. But I had 4 ospreys working in front of me on the school pompano here.
Oh, man.
Yeah. One of them tried to pick up a fish about this size, but he couldn't get out of the
Well,
water.
good. But hopefully it ended up in your cooler.
Well, no, he dropped it in the water. Well, maybe he bit the hook.
You would-
after that. Yeah. But anyway, this is Thursday's catch,
Yeah.
and after I do this interview with Spencer here, now I'm gonna go home and load the rest of my rods on the truck and
Do it all over
I
again,
did
right?
this as a special favor with him.
Thank you.
Been a friend a lot of years, and I've watched him grow up, and he's become a really good fisherman. He targets the fish he wants to catch,
Yeah.
and that's what it is, targeting the fish you want to catch.
There's a dump truck for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I try to tell people. You can target what you want if
Yeah.
you know what to target them with.
Right.
So,
If I go trout fishing, I fish one way. If I go flounder fishing, I fish another. Sheephead fishing.
Yeah.
Everything's totally different.
don't you think that's why a lot of people who have issues catching fish, because they're just throwing shrimp out and not realizing?
I walk on a pier, Strange Pier or the Jacks
Yeah.
Beach Pier. I said, "What are you fishing for?" "Anything that bites." I said, "Well, to them, do you hunt?" "Well, yeah." I said, "Do you take a 410 when you're going squirrel hunting, shoot anything comes around?
Right.
Or do you target that squirrel or that bird or whatever? You wouldn't want to be out there with a 30-06
Right.
shooting birds. So target what you want to catch. You put the odds in your favor.
I
mean,
know
that's
when
just
I was
the way it is.
a young kid asking 1,000 questions on the pier with y'all, I would see what you're catching. I would ask, "What are you using?"
Yes. Yeah.
Because if I'm throwing squid and you're throwing clam, there's a big difference there.
There's a big difference in fishing and catching.
Yes.
Now, my son always said, when they said, "Where's your dad?" and he said, "Well, he's gone catching."
Yeah.
"You mean fishing?" "No," says, "My dad's gone catching," because
Yeah.
that's what he's doing. But I target what I want to catch.
Right.
And
you have
put
all-
the odds in your favor. That's
Yeah.
all we're doing here, because these fish are smart. They don't get this big by being dumb.
No. And to have the right amount of baits, because one day they might only hit crab, right?
That's
or
it.
one day sand fleas, and
Yeah, it changes.
they're like us. We don't like to eat the same thing every night. So
That's it. That's it.
and so
And somebody said to me yesterday, blowing cold, and oh,
the water's still warmer though.
the
So
water's great.
right.
And I said to you, "Did you have breakfast this morning?" "Well, yes." I said, "These fish had to have theirs
They
too.
gotta eat.
They got to eat.
Yeah.
They have to eat to survive.
Same as the trout up here. It could be 30 degrees out, but if they're hungry,
gotta
they're gonna eat.
And if I want to catch speckled trout, I can go trout fishing.
Oh yeah.
But you know,
Yeah.
Pompanos has
You're the
took
Pompano
over.
man,
Oh,
yeah.
Pompano have took over, and I take plenty of ice with me so I can keep them iced up. And
How long have you been fishing for pompano?
25, 30 years, a long time. I used to accidentally catch them on the pier, you
Yeah.
know. but you didn't target them because they were taking thousands and thousands of pounds with nets in
Yeah,
South
the guilt.
Florida.
Yeah.
And after the net ban, you
Thank
know,
goodness.
pompano fishing, I mean, you know, it's a big difference.
A lot of the fish, came back strong.
Yeah, they've come back strong.
So
We
that-
never had a problem with whiting, but the pompano,
Because they're schooling, they can just target that school and wipe
They
them
would
out.
take and just surround them with nets and take them all,
Like
thousands
yeah.
of pounds. Yeah,
Okay. And,
they're the most valuable
I know.
fish that swims.
Yeah.
I mean, really. And not that everything's about money. I just love to catch them.
Yeah.
If once you've hooked one,
They fight,
and
man.
I'm gonna give you one word of advice here about fishing, and I see this all the time. A guy got his rod in a sand spike. He goes over, he jerks, and he reels, and he jerks.
You don't need to.
He becomes a jerk. He jerks his fish off.
Yeah.
Just let him just reel. Take what he'll give you. That's
Yeah.
the best advice I can give you. Stop this jerking stuff.
I remember
Because
fishing with you on the boat. You told me that you don't need to keep.
no,
Just let the fish pull.
let him take what he'll give you.
Yeah.
And that's you know, the advice that Spencer's going to give you here is priceless, because he's getting it from people that have done it, already
Yeah.
been there and done that. They've got the kinks worked out. So why not listen to what he's got to say? He catches lots of fish. He probably not in a lifetime. Time he's my age, he probably have that many fish.
Maybe
caught.
not pompano, but sheephead I'm pretty good at.
Yeah, right. But anyway, that's sheephead fishing. You know, when I do seminars on sheephead fishing, I talk about just lifting your rods.
That's
Let
all you
him
have
set the
to
hook.
do.
Don't never do this
I
jerk.
tell people that all the time.
I know.
You and Ronnie Waterman
Yeah.
taught me that.
Yeah, you don't jerk. You just lift your rod and he'll run sideways. You get him here with a hook. You jerk, you got to go through all them teeth.
And all you're doing is jerking your hook back up to your reel.
All right, that's it.
So with the circle hooks and Sputniks, you don't even have to set the hook because
No.
one, you got the circles.
Right.
And two, the Sputnik acts as an anchor, so when that fish pulls it, he's pulling
He's
against that Sputnik.
Yeah, he's already hooked up.
So I still see people
Oh, I
setting
know.
the hook and wondering why they missed the fish.
Right. But this
Okay.
is it.
And the
Steady.
68-degree water temp. Look for that.
Water temp 68. When it gets 67, 68, as it gets warmer in South Florida, in the spring of the year, we get a lot of south wind.
Yes.
It makes our water muddy here. But on one side of the inlet or the other, the water's going to be clean.
And that's where you look.
So that's what you look for, clean water. But the south wind blows all that Gulf Stream water here
Yeah.
and makes it warm up a lot quicker. So that's what you want to look for, is clean water, 68-degree
Okay.
water temp.
The man, I lost my train of thought. That's bad. I'm too young for this.
I
I had it
know.
in my mind and now it's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, pompano. We know they travel, but are there pompano that just stay in the same area year round that
We
you've
have
seen?
resident fish.
Okay, that's what- yeah.
These are called resident fish. But the thing of it is, they move into the St. Johns River.
Yeah.
They're up in the river. Guys fishing for trout catch them. I fishing for sheephead at White Shell Rocks.
Yeah, they'll
I
hit
catch 'em.
fiddlers, yeah.
Yeah, they hit the fiddler. Crab. But anyway, they're resident fish that live here.
Okay.
They caught them all summer down in Titusville at Mosquito Lagoon. They've been there all summer and now all winter.
It's a lot
They
harder
stayed
to
there.
target them in the river, though,
In the
right?
river
you don't know.
because
I
they
mean,
move. You never know where they're going to be.
There's no run out to look for.
No, yeah. But fishing, I don't fish directly in a run out because normally it's got a lot of weed in it and debris.
Yeah.
I fish on either side or the other.
Absolutely, because it
Yeah.
creates like a mushroom look.
Right.
Yeah.
If I don't catch this fish here today, if I didn't catch these,
Yeah.
tomorrow they're going to be 100 yards further north
Right.
or south, whichever way they're traveling.
Okay.
You know, so I'm not going to catch them all. And they may go up into the river and not come out for 2 or 3 weeks. This particular school of fish. Sometimes they're all 10-inch fish. There's
I know.
a lot of 10-inch fish, and sometimes
And
the
they
whole
all do it.
school's
All the
that way.
fish do that,
All there. But yesterday, they were anywhere from 2.5, 3, 4 pound fish.
Those are good
And
fish.
they were, and the thing of it is, I used 2 rods,
And you're alone. That's even
and
better.
all by myself. Not another guy on the beach
Yeah.
fishing. Nobody.
Oh, nice.
I know, and that made it good for me for the first time that I've been able to get on a school of big fish.
You ever have people crowd you out when they see you catching them?
They don't crowd me out. They give me my room.
That's
they
good.
Give me my space. Some of them sort of intimidated, you know. But if I
but
go
you'll help
fishing,
anybody that asks. That's what.
I help them. You
Yeah.
know, just all I ask, don't cross my line.
Yes.
Don't get so close that you cross my line, because I use
Ooh.
15-pound test.
That'll pop your line if they
and
set the
it'll-
hook too
and
hard.
They use braid, and it cuts me off.
Yeah.
You know, I lose the fish and
A rig and
the rig. Yeah.
Oh,
And
good.
I only lost one pompano yesterday, pulling him off, pulling him on
And
the
that's
beach.
the one you'll think about driving home.
I know, and he turned up on his side. I tried to get to him, but when that wave come under him, he was gone like a
Yep.
bullet. You
So
can't catch him. You're
I
not
know.
fast enough.
No, I've had that with whiting too.
Oh yeah.
So with the wind, you don't necessarily care about the wind as long as the water's nice, right?
As long as
And
the
you can
water's
fish
good.
it, and you can fish it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The wind was up yesterday.
Yeah.
It blew, but I used Sputnik sinker
And clean water.
and clean water.
helps,
When
yeah.
when I put that in a rod holder, I never start tightening and do all that stuff.
Yeah.
When I cast it out, I put it in a rod holder. The sinker settles down
Yeah.
and hangs in the sand. But
Okay.
if you go over and pull on the line, you break your Sputnik loose, and it's going to wash down the beach.
Okay.
So when it hits the water, put it in
Set it
gear
down.
and put it in a loose drag and just set it down.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully. And on the Gulf Coast, we had a question.
The water's always clean over there. I never
So-
see dirty
so-
water. You're just lucky. There's no. I fished from Fort Walton Beach all
Yeah.
the way down to Naples. Okay.
Yeah.
Some days you catch them. Some days you
It's
don't.
not like over here where we can say, okay,
No.
this is where they're going to be because
Yeah.
it's.
They catch them around the bridges over there. They call them, passes.
Yeah.
Well,
John's Pass and
yeah,
stuff like that.
Yeah, and they catch a lot of pompano around that. But getting to it
I know.
from land is tough.
Well, what I've seen over there is they catch more on jigs than
Right,
actual.
they jig
yeah.
fish
So
for
would you,
'em.
when you recommend that, if they can throw a jig from a boat along the shore or something?
Yeah.
And then you can find the school maybe if you're working a lot of ground.
Yeah, I
But-
let them jig. I'm a bait fisher.
I know. Yeah. Well, that jigging, man, your arm will feel it at the end of the day from throwing that.
Only way I want to be tired is having to make that long cast. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I go to the restaurant, I don't say, "Well, you give me a piece of rubber grouper or a piece of plastic shrimp or
Yeah.
whatever." I want the real thing.
Right.
My pompano would like the real thing.
I agree.
So, I'm a bait fisherman. All right. Just
Yep.
That's the reason I don't get to fish the Ranger redfish tournaments and stuff.
Yeah.
They throw plastic.
I like live bait too, so
Give
I'm
me
right there
live
with
bait
you. Yeah.
any day of the week.
Yep.
I can win with live bait.
Yeah, oh yeah, those
Yeah.
fish like live bait.
Yeah.
Well, good. I think-
Anything else, Spencer? You need to know anything? I've told you where I'm catching them.
Yeah, I mean, this
you
should
know,
be plenty of info to help anybody who's just beginning.
right.
We had conventional like you have versus spinner. Would you just recommend doing what's comfortable for you?
Yes, takes a lot of years to become accustomed to a bait caster.
Yes.
Okay, and the reason I use bait casters is because I fish in a lot of wind,
Yes.
and when you're using a spinning rod, the wind it comes out in a
It'll
great
shoot
big
it
loop.
up and yeah.
Yeah, and the wind catches it, so
Okay.
you lose 30, 40 yards sometime
Right.
distance. Bait caster, it comes out in a small spiral,
Right.
and when I make my cast, I know it's going to go to where I don't randomly cast. I pick a spot in the ocean, like shooting a gun. I pick a spot
Same
to make
here.
that cast.
Yep.
And if you do that, you'll wind up catching more
Well, and it
fish.
helps if you know where you're casting. If you don't get a bite in that spot, you know, okay,
Next cast.
that's not
is-
where I threw to catch that last fish, so I need to move it. Yeah.
Okay. I see lots of people do this. I put my sand spikes in, you know.
Yeah.
I put them in. I'm catching fish on these two, okay? As the tide goes out, I don't pick up that sand spike and move it toward the ocean. I do not do that because I've changed where I'm casting to.
Yes.
When I make my next cast, if I've moved it 20 feet down the beach,
You're throwing it 20 foot further now.
Yeah. So,
Over their heads.
yes, so I leave my sand
That's a good
spikes.
tip because a lot of
Okay.
people don't know that.
A lot of
Yeah.
people, yeah. And they'll get right up next to the water.
Yeah.
See that big eye on that pompano?
Yes.
Like I told you
You
earlier,
got some good sight.
he's a sight fish.
Yep.
And when you walk up on that beach and you get close to the water, all you've done is turn him out.
Yeah.
If you don't believe this, just think about the finger mullet you've tried to catch through the years, and you walk out in the water,
They're gone.
first thing they do, they go 30, 40 yards
Yeah.
on further out.
Yeah.
When I'm catching finger mullet, I hide in the bushes. When they get up to where I'm going to throw my net, I run out, throw it.
You got to.
It's over with.
Yeah.
But if you walk out in the water,
You've done
you
messed
forget
up.
it.
Okay.
You just run them out a little further. Same
Yep.
thing with these pompano. If you walk out in the water, they're going to see you, and they just go out a little, go around you.
Yeah.
They're always fishing, looking at ospreys. They always
There's a lot
see
to
that
worry
danger.
about as a fish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same with the speckled trout. You're right, because they get in real shallow, and if you walk out,
You always see them in these darker clothes
yeah,
because, all right, fish. They're always dodging ospreys,
Yep.
big white belly, eagles, big white belly,
yeah, all white.
all white. And so that's a danger sign
That's
to
a
them.
smart. That's a good tip.
You look on the beaches, around ponds, you see all these
Yeah.
white birds dipping down, catching those
White,
minnows.
white.
White. You know.
I would have
It's
never
spooky.
thought of that.
I know.
But that's
see?
a good. Yeah,
Okay. And so, white is a danger sign to them. If you don't believe it,
I believe it because
Oh.
you always have the same. I know.
you take a white rag, see a school of finger mother on the pier, do like this with
Yeah.
it. They scatter.
They see that
They
white.
don't know. They see that white. So these are just things that I've learned through the years
Yeah.
that I'm willing to share. I'm getting quite old doing this. Not many young ones can keep up with me all day long. I fish from daylight till dark,
Yeah.
but I've always done it.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm willing to share this with people. I got the seafood market here.
Valuable
and,
information.
what's that?
Very valuable information.
well,
because
yeah.
You,
And I'm not selling it.
No. Yeah.
No, I'm giving this information out to these people. And if I do seminars, I have people call me back all the time. I'm catching sheephead now. I'm catching more pompano.
That's the best
now.
news to hear when you help
Right,
somebody
yeah.
learn to catch fish.
And they call me. I take them fishing, and I guarantee if somebody hires me and they buy my time for me to teach them about pompano or casting or where they should fish,
Yeah.
if they buy my time, I devote that time to them. And I tell them, I said, if you don't catch fish, you don't give me nothing.
That's awesome.
Don't make me take you someplace there's no fish. If I say we got to go to New Smyrna, and you say to me, oh, that's too far, then you wait till we get here.
Yeah.
I'm not taking you in an area where I don't know.
Just go fish on sand if you want to do that, right?
Yeah. just go out in your backyard, and you're fishing. You're
Yeah.
not catching. What I do, I guarantee you that we're going to catch fish, or I'm not taking you. Okay.
I agree.
That's it's my reputation.
Yeah.
And anybody that's ever been fishing with me, it's
Yeah.
carried fish home.
Well, I
with
tell
them.
my daughter she always wants to go, and I said we go when the tides are right.
Right,
Why? I said because I don't want to go and just sit there.
right, yeah.
And so you still offer charters?
Well, I do teaching.
Okay, teach and chart.
Teach and chart.
Okay.
3-4 people get together.
Okay.
3 or 4 guys, and
I'll show
we'll
the
go
ad on
learn,
this video
and
so they can
I'll
see
take
it.
them and teach them about what to use for a rod and reel.
Okay.
Okay. Don't go with an 8-foot rod just because you use that back in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Get yourself a 11, 12. These are 13. What I use. Because sometimes I have to throw
Yeah.
150 yards. Sometimes the fish are so far out,
Find the fish.
you gotta. If you can't get to them, if you can't reach them, you can't catch them. That's
Yeah.
my theory.
Yeah.
Okay. And with this outfit here, I can pretty much reach them. I don't know.
Yeah.
It works for me. Light line though, 15-pound test line. I don't use shock leaders. I know a lot of these guys use shock leaders, the surf casters and all, but.
I think that with the sensitivity on this rod, it helps. If you had a stiffer rod, you'd probably pop off more with that lighter line.
Well, maybe.
Because it has a good bend to it. So
Right.
when you throw it, it whips it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rod does the work. It's
That's
not how
what the
big
rod-
you are or whatever. The rod does the work
Yeah.
when you're making a cast. And when you got a spinning rod, don't get out there and think you have to throw it hard and fast. Just flip it.
Yeah.
The
That's
sinker-
all I do. It
you know,
goes.
You flip it. Yeah.
Let the rod do the work.
The rod does the work.
Well, okay.
Have you asked me all the things that we need to talk about?
I think so. If they should be able to catch a pompano now.
Well, yeah. If they,
Yeah.
The right bait, the right water temp,
Yeah.
and I mean you can catch
And
them
clean
with
water.
And clean
Clean
water.
water.
That's the number one thing: the water temp and clean water.
Because that clean water, I mean, you'll catch them in dirty, but you also catch stingrays, catfish, and sharks. We don't want that.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you for offering up all this
always.
valuable advice.
Well, thank you. Thank
And
you.
I hope everybody that watches it appreciates it, because
I'm sure they will.
he catches a lot of fish and he's helping you guys out.